Hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome back. It's like a welcome back Cotter over here. I know I've been gone so long. Do people still put photos on milk cartons? I don't know. If so, you need to put mine on there. All right, Leos. All right, let's get your reading in. I have Light Seers Tarot for the main deck, Wheel of Fortune Tarot for the clarifying deck, and the links to these decks can be found down below in the description box. Bottom of the deck, energy coming in. You got the Seven of Wands, your energy, and a Six of Wands. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Seven of Wands. You know, the beautiful thing about the Seven of Wands is beating out the competition, honestly. It really is. It's like there's a guy on the hill and there's six other people trying to take his spot. And some of you might be beating out the competition for a job per se. And a Six of Wands is getting the recognition you deserve, you know? So that's really great. So let's see what we got going on here. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Leo. If you are a Leo, know a Leo, feel like being a Leo. Leos, I'm glad you're here. You could be a Leo and this resonates. You could be dealing with a Leo. It could resonate as the main story, and Leo can be the cross watcher. This reading could be about you or for you. Take it as it resonates. Collective messages for my lovely Lions, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, let's see what we got going on. Okay, cards, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Cards are like, listen, Tarot Lady, I'm done shuffling. Let's go. All right, what are the messages for Leo they need to be aware of, please? What are the messages for my lovely Leos? What are they? Devil reverse. That's good. Capricorn energy. What's influencing the devil reverse? What's influencing the devil reverse? Ten of Swords. Dun, 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 dun. I love that. Gemini. We're in Gemini season 2. Just done with it. You know, devil reverse could be toxic people. It could be cleaning up your own system, body, mind, soul. And you could be cleaning up your body and soul from other toxic people. You know how that all works. Reason for the reading: leaving something behind that has not been great. Reason for the reading: Empress reverse. I feel like, look at the two majors here. What's in the past for Leo? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be a sneaky energy, but it's also a very delicate, careful energy trying to get out of something. Yeah, Aquarius energy. What's on your mind? You. Strength reverse. Letting go. At 3 majors. I knew it was going to be in that same line, all majors. Near future. You know what's interesting? Gosh, Page of Pentacles fell out. Oh my gosh, and the Ace of Swords fell out. How cool is that? There's that 6 and 7 of Wands I was feeling here. Sorry, George the Virgo. He's deaf and he can even hear me. He could probably hear me in his next life. I've been so loud. What I was saying is this 10 of Swords, and then you have a 7 of Swords, and in my brain I always think mathematical, you know? And I thought the difference here is the 3 of Swords. And I'm like, well, you know, it's not here. But interesting enough, then your strength reverse card came. But see what's around this lion's neck? It's a heart, right? It looks like in this deck, or in a lot of decks, the 3 of Swords minus the swords. Oh my gosh, now George what is with the distractions? Do you know how hard it is to get me down here? Because I have felt blocked. And now I've had so many distractions, including George, trying to break out the door here. I'm trying to stop this video. All right, but we're going on. We're carrying on. How do you currently see yourself? Three of Swords reverse. I feel like somebody does not want this message out. You got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which is something coming together, a new job, a new relationship. Devil reverse. Finally, something good to really cling on to. Not looking back. I mean, look at the 10 of Swords. Represent freedom with all these birds. Making a decision to walk away from something that's probably been very difficult. But here's the 3 of Swords reverse and how you see yourself and what's on your mind. You tell me. Look at that. The heart and this heart being reverse. And they came out like that. How you see yourself is over it. A time to heal. It's just... Yeah, it feels like it really feels, some of you, this might be leaving a difficult situation, personal situation, because you're now able to, because you got a higher position, more money, more independence, whatever, like something like that. How do you currently see, or I'm sorry, what's the energy coming in you don't see coming? Seven of Wands. This, before I do all readings, I pray and meditate to ask to be seen and shown the messages that need to be seen. And this was the card, bottom of the deck, energy coming in. There's your Seven of Wands. What's coming in? You don't see coming? Seven of Wands. Beating out the competition. What are in your emotions currently? What are in Leo's emotions currently? Walking away. Four of Wands reverse, Aries energy. Four of Wands reverse is, you can't build your hopes, like build the life you want on a broken foundation. A lot of times that's a breakup and a divorce card to me. But how in your emotions, Four of Wands reverse is just not feeling very secure in the one place you should feel secure, You should be happy. What's the outcome here for Leo, please? What's the outcome? Magician reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. One more, because we got two, if not three energies going on past you and where you're going. Outcome. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So if something triggers you, Leo, in the next week as you watch this, some of you might watch, some people might watch this in 3 years. And if it's resonating, readings find you when you're supposed to see them. But if somebody triggers you, says something or hurts you in such a way that where you had to rationalize and take it in the past, Devil reverse, center of the reading, you're not taking that shit anymore. You're not. And the reason why I'm saying that is you have a Magician reverse and a Devil reverse and some sneakery stuff back here where you had to be like walk on eggshells around somebody. Seven of Swords. You're a Queen of Swords. You want happiness in your life. You want success in your life. You want to find your purpose. Everybody, a purpose isn't something you find. It's something that you uncover within yourself more because it's already there. You don't have to go looking for it. But the Queen of Swords is how you do it. As soon as you stand up for yourself and not allow people to dictate your own happiness and make you feel like you can't live your true self, that the moment you take your power back is the moment you truly start living. I feel like somebody's been trying to suppress your, I want to say beauty. Does that sound cheesy? Your power, your look at the Magician reverse and up there. It could be somebody who's trying to make you feel powerless, make you feel small, make you feel unseen, because that's how they just get off, right? But it could also be you saying, you know what? If I don't do this now, when will I? If I don't go for that job, when will I? I don't want to wait till tomorrow when I can have it today. It just really feels taking life by the horns kind of energy, and it works out better than planned. All right. It's funny because I pull the deck away and the Death card shows itself. Huge transition in your life, right? Huge. All right. Devil reverse, center of the reading, Capricorn energy. What is the Devil reverse? Devil reverse here, Capricorn energy. No, got a whole book. Tower, Scorpio, Aries energy, and the Seven of Cups reverse, Scorpio energy. It's interesting because Scorpio is the King of Cups, and it could be not doing what you need to do, emotionally fulfilling yourself, emotionally balancing yourself. It could be that because Seven of Cups, I'm just saying because there's the King of Cups going on in this energy. But the Seven of Cups reverse is clarity. No longer overthinking. I feel like something is becoming very clear, like especially with that Ace of Swords in the near future. I feel like some of you could have even applied or put yourself out there and you're just waiting on word. But the Tower is a sudden change. And it's interesting because in your emotions is a Four of Wands reverse, which is the minor of this Tower. It's just interesting. The Tower comes up upright. You know, if you want this Tower, you have to let go what's not working anymore. And this is a minor and a major, and a major always overtakes the minors in these readings, in these placements. And also the majors are what you really pay attention to, because it's signaling that you're going to have a huge change, but it's a change that you can finally get really behind because it's on your terms now. Your happiness, your wealth, your success, it's on your terms. You're not looking for permission. You're being unapologetically living your lives how you probably always wanted to, but felt like you couldn't for whatever reason. Anyway, Devil reverse, Seven of Cups reverse. Clarity. I think you're literally walking away, cutting yourself free from something that has been very difficult. Ten of Swords influencing this. And all of this seems to take place right in time of your birthday season. Ten of Swords, Gemini energy, please. Five of Pentacles is not feeling good enough. Taurus energy, feeling out in the cold. And I do get the sense that you have somebody that makes you you're just not appreciated. It's not appreciated. Everything you've done is just not appreciated. And some of you, it's like it's also on piling on top of that. It could be debt. It could be financial. And it's saying, I need to put myself first. I need to put my own priorities first because there's things I want in life and I'm tired of having to worry about what you need, you know? So Empress reverse, reason for the reading, Taurus Libra energy, which is interesting because you got Taurus and Libra. With the Three of Swords. Where did I see? Right here. Three of Swords. Anyway, okay. Empress reverse. Reason for the reading. Two of Cups reverse. Twos in tarot are a decision, right? So with it being reverse, and definitely a Two of Cups reverse is a breakup. I'm definitely getting some type of breakup issue going on here. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. This is not a breakup to make up kind of energy. This is saying, hey, I need to lose you to find me. And I've lost myself. I feel like you've lost yourself in somebody else's problem, you know? And you just don't want to do that anymore. And Two of Cups reverse and Empress reverse. That is some pretty heavy energy going on right there. I'm just looking at, you got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer in your season. I'm telling you, this feels like it's leading up to your birthday season. Seven of Swords in the past. So I get sneakery on that one. And I see this full moon and we had we have another full moon coming up. But anyway, Aquarius. Wonder when the Aquarius full moon is. Anyway, sneaking under the moonlight. I just get some sneaky bullshit going on, honestly. What's the Seven of Swords in the past? And I feel like a Leo had to walk on eggshells. That's just the feeling. Aquarius, Five of Swords, being lied to. You turn your back and it's just, I feel like somebody's lied and manipulated. Those are two cards. I really don't like upright. Well, let's add three cards. Five of Pentacles right next to it. Strength reverse, not holding on to this anymore, not holding yourself back. Strength reverse, I think you're over it. On your mind. Not holding on. Look at that. And what's the Four of Pentacles? Holding on. You know why, Leo? You can do better and you can get better. And it's time to have better, honestly. Four of Pentacles is plateauing. It's holding on in fear of not getting that 10. I feel like it's like, it's when it's not rationalizing, it's the word coming to mind, but it's when you make a deal, you're making a deal with yourself, trying to convince yourself you're happy here, because what if this is all what if, it's like, you don't want to be greedy. You're trying to be appreciative for what you have, but there's something within you. There's a fire within you, knowing there's something else better and else out there for you. That's what it feels like. And I feel like strength reverse, again, the major one, we're clarifying the major, and two, even if we weren't, the majors, the bigger card there, you're letting go of this mentality. You know, I just feel like it's like you were taught maybe by parents to say, you know what, don't be greedy. Don't be like this. Don't touch things we can't afford to fix them. Or, don't, what is that in the stores? Because my mom used to always say that. Don't touch. I don't, you guys know. My brain just shut off here. But yeah, that's what it just feels like. You like condition yourself to be okay with not being okay. And you can't do that anymore. Ace of Swords and the Page of Pentacles in the near future, Sun reverse, just literally flew out. Ace of Swords and the Seven of Cups reverse talk about one thing, epiphanies and clarity. Okay, two things. Ace of Swords also is the yes card out of tarot, and the Page of Pentacles. There is definitely an offer going on here. And I feel like you have nothing to lose. And it's also interesting, because I always look at the balance in these readings. You got the moon over here under the cloak of darkness, with the Seven of Swords. And you got the Sun reverse, which is the moon. And it just feels like, you keep giving someone the benefit of the doubt, and they're just going to keep railroading you. And it's just like you don't want that anymore. Let's go here before we go here. Seven of Wands coming in. And it feels like a Temperance and a Hierophant also, the way they did this card, which I love. Your peace of mind. As I stop shuffling, look at that. Ace of Pentacles coming in. It looks like the Tower. You tell me, does that not look like the Tower? It looks like the Tower. It looks like the Tower. It really does. Dropping in your hemisphere. Some offer. All right, Seven of Wands coming in. You don't see coming. Your energy. What is the Seven of Wands? Something flipped, and it was that one. Is it two? Maybe. Star reverse, Five of Cups reverse. Interesting, because the Five of Cups reverse is no longer looking backwards. Not feeling sad about the past. You're ready to look forwards. You're ready to look for a new, fresh Two of Cups. Reason for the reading is a Two of Cups reverse. And a Star reverse. It just feels like the end of a road or end of a relationship, but it's not the end of life. It feels like you're finally getting your life back. Why the Star reverse and the Five of Cups reverse coming in? You don't see coming. Why is that a good thing? Because we're clarifying the Seven of Wands, which is a great thing. Why is that? That's actually a good thing. And I want to know why. Oh, holy how? Six of Pentacles reverse. I talked about that with the 4. You want the 10 and the 6 hasn't come. So you're trying to talk yourself into being okay with the 4. What isn't coming in is the 6. And I think you're okay with it, because I think you have a different offer in the near future. In fact, I feel like these come in at the same time. I mean, could this happen before this or this happen before this? Sure. But I don't think you're going to have a great vast of time in between these two things. I think you're going to be okay not getting what you've been holding out for over here, because you got something better somewhere else. You got somewhere to be now. I like it. I'm liking it. Three of Swords reverse, how you see yourself. Libran energy. What is that about? Three of Swords reverse is healing. It's not hurt. It's you're finally on this healing process, and got your fight back. Five of Wands. Oof. I love that. Getting your fight back. The Five of Wands. And there's our Ten of Pentacles reverse. And again, when I stopped, what's coming in? You got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like, honestly, look at this. Page of Cups reverse, Ace of Wands reverse over here. Okay, this is what has been plaguing you. What has not been coming about? Who hasn't been speaking and saying what you thought they would say? Not offering what they promised to offer. Who is this? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This isn't meant for you. This wasn't your door to open, okay? You're leaving that behind, and you got somewhere else to be. Ace of Pentacles. This is real. This is so real. This is real. Pentacles are real. It's like the cornerstone of tarot here. Ten of Pentacles reverse is walking away from something. You were hoping to get there, but it just didn't quite fit. And some of you, I actually, when I do these readings, I try. You guys really don't realize how hard I try. It's like the chariot with the reins of the horses, to try to keep this as streamlined as possible, because I can see 4 or 5 storylines. And that's where it gets confusing, is where I try to appease people by that. And I definitely can see it, But, and you know what? There might be people that just have a lot of shit going on in their lives, and 4 or 5 storylines might really be happening. You could be having a family situation. You can be having a work situation. You can have a new love situation that didn't really work out. But that new love situation didn't work out. It woke you up from a current situation that really hasn't been working out. So it's like, where am I? That's like the moon. Where am I? What am I supposed to do now? I didn't get what I thought I was going to get that was going to make my life better. And, you know, and now what? It's like, but that wasn't a chariot. It was some broken down, you know, somebody on a 1987 bike, and it's not even a cool BMX bike or anything like that, you know? It's like a tricycle coming around, and they're trying to convince you this is the new age chariot. And then you have a real chariot coming through here. So, all right, 4 of Wands reversing your emotions. This is why you're letting it go. You know, it shouldn't be this hard to be happy. You know what? It just shouldn't have to be this hard. 4 of Wands reversing your emotions. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. We do have Capricorn over here, Devil reverse, but some of you may have been in a third party. Why the 3 of Pentacles? Yeah, Queen of Wands reverse. Definitely feels like the other person. There's definitely been a disloyal factor going on here. Some Leos are watching this, and somebody kept you as a third person, and you were hoping to be the second person, and it just never got there. It never got there. And there has been some sneaking around. And I don't, you know, things happen. You know, there's no judgment here. It's like Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone in this basement. But seriously, the Queen of Wands reversed and the 3 of Pentacles, it doesn't feel good to constantly be on the outside looking through somebody else's windows and watching them be warm and happy, you know? It's just not what you signed up for. Queen of Swords and the Magician reverse in the outcome, Libra, Virgo, and a Gemini energy. What is the Queen of Swords, Libra, and energy in the outcome? Ace of Cups. First you find love within yourself, and then you find love outside yourself. Ace of Cups. I felt like I had to say that. Healing. That's why we got 2 3 of Swords reverse. Ace of Cups. Some of you do have a new relationship, but you know what? I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I feel like you're finding that happiness within. You're uncovering that. You're not chasing anymore. You're stopping in a, like, now what? Ace of Cups. Why the Ace of Cups on the Queen of Swords in the outcome? And reason for the reading, Empress reverse, outcome Empress reverse. Empress reverse is, and I love it because we're clarifying the Queen of Swords, but like I said, the majors will overtake the minors. Empress reverse is it's time to heal yourself. When you overgive and overgive and overgive, you're at a deficit. You're at an emotional bankruptcy going on here because somebody kept taking and taking and taking what you've been given and given and given, and nobody's been depositing back into you, right? The way you've been depositing to other people. That's kind of the Empress reverse. It's a very, I need to pull myself away. I can't do this anymore. This is batshit craziness going on over here. And so with the Ace of Cups, it's like it's healing. I feel like you're going to go through this freedom, you know, making a decision with the Queen of Swords and saying, I'm putting myself first. I need to pull myself away because there's nothing left for me here. So I feel like that Queen of Swords, by you really putting yourself first and creating that boundary and not effing around, is where everything else starts to fall into place in your life. Let's do this. What's this Magician reverse? Virgo, Gemini energy about in the outcome. What's the Magician reverse? Interesting, because the Star reverse popped up, coming in you don't see coming, and then the Sex Star reverse is that same swirl but in the sky. But now, because it's reversed, the swirl's in the sky, which would be a star upright. Anyway, it's just, again, the symmetry. It's kind of ironic. Magician reverse outcome. And you're off. Look at you. 8 of Wands. There you go. Ships in the water. Remember that King of Cups energy that we had? That 7 of Cups reverse with the 5 of Cups reverse. Both Scorpio. That King of Cups energy, and the King of Cups always has this massive ship. Some of you do have a new ship in your waters, you know, and you're grabbing onto it. But I just feel like you're off. 8 of Wands is a lot of energy moving out, moving forward. And it's funny because it's just the sun. The sun is all around. Getting out of this ickiness over here. Why the Eight of Wands in the Magician reverse? Wheel of Fortune reverse with that swirl pattern. Interesting, because in the sky it looks like the inside of the hurricane. And the Wheel of Fortune kind of looks like the hurricane. And I feel like this whole thing has been in the center of this hurricane. And I think you're finally getting out of it. You're getting out of this craziness, you know? I feel like somebody's had you pulled in all kinds of ways. Wheel of Fortune reverse on the Eight of Wands. And good news coming. Page of Swords. You have a Page of Swords. Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Twice. Ace of Swords. Did I say the Ace of Swords? Ace of Swords is a big one in the near future. Leading with that Ace of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Ace of Cups. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just trying to... And the Page of Pentacles. I knew there was something else here. You had the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, I feel like... You know, it's cliche to say the worst is behind you because it's life and there's always going to be other mountains and valleys and different things. But this was huge in somebody's life. This has been a hard thing. This has been a hard thing to live with. I feel like somebody's had you pulled in all kinds of ways, and it's actually made other areas of your life suffer. And that is why we've seen the Empress reverse twice. I feel like some of you, because it's been an emotional battle, it maybe even hit you financially, you know, it's just been tough. And you're getting yourself free from it. You're not telling yourself that, you know what, you just have to stick it out. You have to wait. Some things aren't worth waiting for, because if this is love, Leo, if somebody's making you wait, they are not the one for you, because the one who is one for you would not make you wait because they would be too afraid somebody else will come and grab you. Remember that. Remember that. So I love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you a lot sooner than what has been going on this month. So yeah. All right, Leo, I love you and have a great rest of your week and take care.